rush is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Gosh, when you've got Deshaun Watson, Charles, executing a run-pass option, that puts the defense in a tough spot, does it not?
It does, and what I liked is that you called me this week, watching your own video, your own tape, and you said, I think the runner's going to pop a few this week because...
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
First down, here's White. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. It's a gain of 16. First down, Tampa Bay. Play action. Now it's Carr. On the left side, a catch by White. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
On second down, they'll run with White. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Rashad White with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bucs use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point put through by Succop, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they are back to 500 now. The win last week, their 3rd in a row. And the question, is this run coming too late to make a difference in the playoff race?
Great question. They definitely still have some work to do, but I think a lot of folks were writing this team off about 3 weeks ago, even some of their own fans. So I suggest you put some extra shocks on the old bandwagon because this team has rebounded.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Watson off play action. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Now after the INT, it's Carr.
That's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And they'll work this down inside the 30. And just a yard to go here on second down.
Now a give up the middle. This is White, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front, The front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
On 2nd and 10, Carr looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
And the Buccaneers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first.
And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Rashad White, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game.
And the Bucs have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Extra point up and good by Suckup. And that'll make the score 14-0. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Browns drive about to get started. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football.
For a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far. And that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
Fournette, a first down carry.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down. Those are the types of runs they told us they want to see more of. Look, they'd love the 60 to 70-yard runs, but those 10 to 20-yarders, they can help you win a ball game.
And that means everyone's invested because you know the big guys up front, that's what they do. They try and move people. But when you get your perimeter guys involved downfield, that means that they care about the running game and they know it helps their team.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They defer to White out of the shotgun. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
53 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Well, they're making a real first quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. First and goal looked like things were set up nicely, and now all of a sudden on 2nd and goal, Charles, a big challenge ahead of them.
And you have to know when you're this close to the goal line, things are going to happen faster, so you've got to get the ball out quick. Not going to have much time in the pocket before the defenders bring pressure.
And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, But my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Carr now on 3rd and goal. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Myles Garrett, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Succop's kick is good. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On 2nd and 9, Watson. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Here's Corey Bojorquez now to punt this one away. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And Charles got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force an incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. This is caught by Evans. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
Running on 1st down is Fournette, but he can only manage a yard or so before he's brought down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 2nd and 9, Carr. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings them up 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. Across the formation, he finds Godwin. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 24-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Up the gut, Fournette pushes him over. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Running out of the gun with White. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 67 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Here's Carr. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. The 40. The 20. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Final 24 seconds of the first half as they come up here 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Carr. He completes it right side to White. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. In this case, he picks up a first down.
Over the middle to Evans. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. To throw, it's Carr. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings them up 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. On 3rd down, a run from White. And And he's got some space here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Inside handoff now to Fournette. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Shotgun now for Carr. Out to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with it.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Carr. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. I tell you, for a defender, that's got to be a scary sight, seeing a big man like this with a head of steam behind him as he makes that catch and then turns upfield.
Yeah, normally when you talk about tight ends, you immediately begin talking about them rumbling down the field. But to me, he was pretty well gliding downfield there. Very athletic for a big man, and he takes this one all the way to pay dirt.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats. Extra point put through by Succop, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Browns drive about to get started. They begin this drive with Chubb. They'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
This is the tight end, Njoku. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged...
And now Watson throws another interception. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They will run with White out of the shotgun. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Carr going to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Succop's kick is good. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
Oh, the return from his end zone is Grant. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Cleveland offense ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
That one goes for 30 yards. You need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Another modest gain there on that one. And I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain there of 30 big ones.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Here's Watson. Over the middle, complete. It's Brown. And a broken tackle could not free him. Taken down right at the 10-yard line. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. Back to throw, Watson. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Watson looks to throw again. And this is going to be intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And the Buccaneers are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here and maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Again, it's Fournette. And he'll get this up to the 4 right about there, and that's about it. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. The Bucs on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now Carr. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Returnable for Grant. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a 1st down. Here's Watson. He finds his man. Complete. That's Grant. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up the 1st down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
Open man here, Schwartz, complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Watson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Now Watson. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Donovan Peoples-Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Now the Browns offense will stay on the field as they'll go for 2 here. Looking to maybe throw for it here, Watson. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes can prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They stay on the ground with White. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge 4th quarter stop? Throwing his car on 3rd down. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer 1st down. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They'll try and run some clock with Fournette. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
They run straight ahead here with White. And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. The 2nd down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Here's a give to Fournette. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. They'll go up the middle with White. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Opting to run again here with White. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 114 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory, and they've